where their step is a little bit differently is they want that daily surrender forever. Like 12 steps every time you walk into a meeting, it's like you have to accept I am an addict. And it begins to become your identity and label. I'm an addict. I'm an addict. I'm an addict. And I think when people begin to identify themselves on a daily basis as an addict, that injects a limiting belief because yeah, I can be an addict and get control over it. Where I believe we actually have the ability to transcend the addiction, create a new identity, and step into that. So, yeah, it needs to be a partial acceptance, but then a radical responsibility that I'm going to be the only person that changes it. It's not due to, and yeah, people do have sexual trauma, right? And I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna not recognize that, but your addiction, you can't hold on to the addiction because of something that happened in your past. Like you have to, if it's produced maybe a series of events that have led you here, understand that process there, but we're going to have to make some radical changes. So the next thing that we do is we help these guys really create a clear vision for their life without pornography. If you've been struggling with something for 10 years, your entire identity is wrapped up in you being the person that's struggling with this behavior. Well, if you're going to overcome this, if you're going to create a new life, we want to get really, really clear on what that life is. So if you can go 5 years, the next 5 years, 100% porn free, what can your health and fitness look like? Because these are like the areas of life that have probably gotten less attention: the health, the fitness, the faith, the family, maybe the finances. So wherever the negative impact has had a place, we want to help you begin to create visions to begin to produce fruitful outcomes in those lives. A big part of our work is getting these guys into a community, though. I think because when you're struggling with an addiction, the addiction feeds itself in isolation. So if you're not around people on a regular basis, talking through these things, hearing other success stories, having open conversation and dialogue, getting the shame lifted off of you, because like shame is oftentimes there because you're not talking about the struggles that you're going through. But if you can get an open space with other men that are all working through this, you need to kind of lift yourself out of that. So we help you recognize it. We help you identify how it's had a negative impact on your life, but then create a vision for your life without it. And then we'll help you build the steps to get there. Now we have tools on how to manage the triggers, but a lot of our work is built around an identity change. And it's kind of become, I guess the ethos for our company that I believe the only way to overcome your pornography addiction is to become the man that is no longer addicted to porn. And it's in that word become that where that identity change really takes place.